Don't you need to get over here?
Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pack that my buddy Brian and myself took on a multi-day backpacking trip. Today we're taking a look at the Mountainsmith Apex 80 backpack.
Now I also carried up one of these bags there and said, I actually sold my Go Light 65 liter, kind of like Cortez when he talks about burning the ships. That's what I did, so I got rid of all my packs. Aaron has a lot more packs come through his hands than I do. I just basically get whatever he tells me is the best. It's kind of like a good thing of having Aaron as your friend. And so yeah, I love this pack. We're gonna talk about how it rides, some of the features of it.
Like a Cadillac, let's just say that.
No, better than a Cadillac. Cadillac's like, woo, woo. We don't want to ride like that. We want to be tight, on it, and comfortable. So
like
we'll
a
be talking
WRX.
like a WRX, but a better ride than a WRX because that's a pretty terrible ride. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna talk about the pack today. We're excited to share some of these things with you and also talk about some things that maybe some improvements that Mountainsmith can make as well. Again, we always want to be honest here at the channel. We're not trying to just, kiss butt. We definitely want to be honest with you about what can be improved and also tell you about the amazing features of this bag.
So we're gonna hit some basic specs with you here real quick. Brian can't remember them, so he's mic'd up. That's why
Aaron does all my work for me.
Oddly standing here in this shot. So, hey, this is a totally different style of review. So the specs that we're looking at here is, first off, we got 610 Kedora nylon. Awesome, love that. That's a great durability level as well. You know, not 1,000, not maybe like 200. We got lots of durability, but it cuts down on some of the weight. We're looking at 5 pounds, 9 ounces empty, which is awesome. If you look at a lot of other packs in this size range, they're going to be right around
which I made
that
you
weight.
do because I thought it was heavy.
Yes, you thought it was heavy, but it's actually not. I mean, we're
Right.
looking at like some Ospreys and stuff that are like 6 pounds, and they're, charging double what Mountainsmith is charging for the weight. So that's huge and really good. The torso fitting will go 16 to 21 inch torsos, so take that in consideration as well. And then obviously 80 liters is the overall capacity.
So as you can see, I'm a few inches taller than Aaron, and actually my torso is probably, thank you, Nathan, for that pan. Very tall, and so it's very, very difficult for me. I've tried on Duder packs, I've tried on Kelty packs, I've tried on like a Go Light pack. All have issues with fitting me. I don't understand. It was just not good. And actually I went to REI and had them like fit me to show me how to wear the packs as well, and they're just like, hey, you're just a big guy. So when I put this pack on, it was ridiculous how well this pack fits. Super easy, and actually what happened too is I started with this at the highest level up here, and I thought, I always need the highest level. Okay, I was always the kid that stood in the back when we did, classroom pictures when you're, in 1st through 6th grade. I was always in the back row, so I always have to have the strap up, this shoulder straps up as high as possible. I actually, and you can see too, this is super easy to open, super easy to adjust. I actually had to adjust this on the trail twice the first day when we came in, packing everything in. And actually had to move it down. I think I actually may be on this 3rd gray strap down, and this fits amazing. I think as well, the other thing too, that with this suspension system, along with, and Aaron mentioned this too, as far as the width of this, but it just is really good cushion. And also with this too, Aaron and I make fun about as far as like the air suspension, awesomeness. And you don't need any of that. It's really great because you have the cushioning here, because really your back is gonna ride on this pieces here, and on your hips are gonna ride right here. This is great material as well.
So we're gonna take a look here at the sternum strap, and there's 2 cool features right out of the gate. The first thing is that it has a button snap versus a 2-finger. This is a 1 button. So you just kind of push it with 1 finger and it just snaps open, and then you clip it close just like that. Very cool. You got your little whistle. Help me.
So also about the little attachment, when I first saw it, I was like, Mountainsmith, why are you trying to get goofy and funny with trying to do like a changing from the normal pinch? But this is so effective, just that single finger, especially if you're hiking. This is a heavy, you're trying to pack out a lot more weight with this pack, and it's nice just to be able to have a free hand and just be able to use 1 hand on that side. Is super simple. Also, instead of a channel, what they did is a ladder design on here. So what you have to do is you actually have to disassemble or remove this piece. It's not a huge deal. It's just a little plastic, connection on there. And also the other thing too, Mountainsmith, you guys did a good job with the quality of the plastic on these. This isn't like cheap plastic and crappy. reinforcing your anvil on your logo. Very good job. So actually, and I like the fact this has a ladder system. So basically it's not gonna ride up. As soon as I know on my, AKA Aaron's breasts, where this rides perfectly, just set it.
So as we continue along with the pack, going again to the comfortability, the shoulder straps are amazing in this yoke system that they've done. Very thick, very padded, and then they do give you that mesh breathability as well. So you're not getting a ton of sweat under there. You will sweat, but it's just not as bad as other packs that I've seen, but extremely comfortable. No shoulder ache or anything like that I've had with many other packs that I've reviewed over the years.
Now we also have some compression straps here. Actually the strap length too is really good. You're not trying to like you're trying to fight bees off, you know, like a herd of bees or something around you, trying to swipe at your head. And actually when you pull on this, you can actually feel the flex on your upper shoulder, which is what you want to do, because you really want to pack your light stuff at the bottom to your heaviest stuff up top. So what you're doing is with these compression straps is you're making sure that the heaviest stuff is riding more towards your head and not out to towards on the backside if you fall over. The other thing I was going to mention about these straps that Aaron showed, sometimes too what companies will do is they'll do like this cushioning on both sides. There's absolutely no reason to do cushioning on the outside here. Everything where this pack is riding is going to be in your shoulder blade and your right here on your shoulder. So again, Mountainsmith, it was really wise and a smart job with that. It did a good job.
All right, so as we look at the waist strap here, I got to tell you that, you know, with a big backpack, that's where all your weight is going to be residing for the most part, and they did a phenomenal job. This is super thick, super breathable, and carries the weight fantastically well on this pack. Again, going back to that ride, like a Cadillac, Escalade, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But man, is it comfortable. I love it on both sides. And we got a good clasp here, tough, durable, you know, Mountainsmith, very durable stuff. And then we got kind of the dual runs here instead of just one. So that's going to give me extra strength as well as just weight carrying capability. And then the pull towards you, so you can really cinch that down. Got plenty left over. I wear a 34 waist size. And then you got your little elastic bands to kind of take care of all the extra spare stuff.
And I did tell this to Aaron about just the entire bag in general. This is a good example of this. That Mountainsmith did a good job with putting these little elastic pieces. I know other people that maybe are more purist when they're hiking, they don't care about these elastic pieces. I care about straps that are just kind of hanging and dangling all over a bag. This is a perfect example of that, of pulling that in. For these side pouches, they did like an open kind of a drop pouch here with a pretty, feels like this elastic. I'm curious about how this elastic is going to last long term. You know, if it's going to stretch out or if it's, you know, maybe like an anvil and doesn't. Thank you, Mountainsmith. But yeah, I really think that's a good little, you know, I put my GPS over there, you know, just stuff you don't want to have your hands on. The other thing too is I have like snacks or things that I don't want to fall out. It's got a good, and actually you'll notice too on the zipper, it's not a straight zipper, it actually angles up. So you're actually pulling it back again down to the front, which I noticed that too. You can see kind of that angle on there, which is nice. All right, I want to take a look at the water bottle sleeves and kind of like cargo holder as well on the other side. So the water bottle sleeve here, you can see it's kind of like this 45-degree angle. I realize that they can't make it any further down, but actually if it was down a little further, it would be easier even if it was like a straight across like this to grab, you know, when you're hiking. They have a like a little tension strap on here, which is kind of nice. You have your water bottle. This water bottle is kind of nice because it has this little lip here, so it stays in there. It's not going to fall out. Just because of the angle too, it's going to stay. And then other thing too is they kind of have like this little kind of like a little drop thing here. I guess what you could do is you could put like a part of your tent or pieces in there, and then you could use this strap. I'm actually called the Molly Master of using straps on a pack for the camp. So yeah, so you can actually put stuff in here as well, and it will be a little bit taller. So this side does not have the tension strap. Again, we're just curious about the length of time with this. It feels good. It feels like a heavy rubber band or some kind of material they have in there. Again, it's a little bit wider as well. It's not cut down, you know, this size, which is really smart because a lot of times you'll cut or sew it small like this on a lot of packs, and it's like there's no reason to. You might as well open that up and make it wider here, which actually enables you to get a pretty good size. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff in there. Got a blade in there, pretty nice. So yeah, this is really a good design overall. I think Aaron and I both agree the design is delightful on this pack. So you can see again, this has the ladder system, which is on most of these packs. You know, you can actually, Aaron and I were looking at this to see if you could move. These are hiking or trekking pole bungees. You can't really take these apart and move them, but they are, you know, sewn in there, and they're nice too for the distance on the pack. This whole drop back here, this drop pouch, is we were saying too, it easily hold like a two-man tent. We have a really great two-man tent that we carry all the time that would fit easily in here. Aaron's dad was talking about when he was looking at the pack as well. You could probably put like a climbing helmet in here as well. I've never worn one, so I wouldn't know, but he was saying that he thought that as far as it just is a really good strap, a good pouch in here. So the other thing too is this is really easy to disconnect, really simple, and just has a little bit of a hook on there so it stays on, and you just cinch that up.
So as we look at these packs, and here's Brian's here on the side, you have lots of different color combinations. You know, you got the gray, we got the maroon blue that I was rocking, and so there's lots of color combinations out there, and that's going to affect the price. And guys, this is really, when I began to look at other 80-liter packs on the market, Mountainsmith is hitting a fantastic price point. This goes anywhere between $160 and $180 on Amazon when we went out to do this review. So I will have links in the description below if you're interested in this pack. It's a great way to help support the channel. But when you look at other 80-liter packs, we're talking well over $200 and often into the $300 range for packs that oftentimes are either heavier on their dry weight or are ultra light, which is good in that sense, but they're not as tough and durable. This Kedora nylon, these packs, the clips, all that stuff is extra tough, extra durable, so it's built to last. You know, you can get maybe a decade out of this, where maybe some of those ultra lighters, you're only gonna get maybe 5 years out of them if you use them every year. So those are things to consider, but like mind-boggling how Mountainsmith is able to produce this, depending on color combinations, between the 160 and kind of 180 range on Amazon when, you know, I'm filming this. Obviously prices vary, but yeah, awesome price point and awesome color combinations for the Apex 80. Okay, so we're gonna look at the top pouch. That is totally removable. We'll discuss that in just a moment. But what we have here is a really nice large mouth that has a lot of space up in here. You can get a full-size medical kit. I got my sunglasses, got my beanie, I get tons of snacks, lots of things that you need quick access to, maybe the rain cover or a rain poncho, something like that. Very easy and quick access. YKK zippers on the whole pack, which is great, so it's gonna run real nice and smooth. They do give you paracord with plastic overmold on all 4 corners. That's actually designed, and you can see it's really flat, for a solar panel, so you could be charging during your hike, and then, you know, you could charge your stuff at night. Cool concept. I really like that. If you're not in the solar panel thing, you know, you could do bungee cord and crisscross and, you know, put some extra stuff up on top. So I like that feature a lot. Just cool, you know, innovative ways to add usability to the top of the pack.
So one thing I love about a large pack, especially if you're doing a multi-day hike, again, you've got to consider what these packs are made for. This is not a single day, you know, go dork around and do knife reviews out at Blade Boot Camp, as we do often here on the channel. This pack is really made for a 3-day or better, probably, pack size. So some of that too is being able, you know, if you, like yesterday we did, you know, just a hike, it was about 7 miles. And this is great because this whole top of this pack removes and takes off of the pack. And what they did is they do opposable connections on here. So you can actually connect that together, which is awesome. You can wear it kind of like a carrier bag, a flop bag. So the problem that I have, the only problem I have with this strap is that, again, because I'm a bigger guy, torso-wise, if this strap was even just like a couple or maybe 2 or 3 inches longer on each side, you know, it's not a ton more of the strap, because then as far as it riding on your back, I'd like to ride just a little bit lower. I mean, and the only reason why I say that too is you can see on this side of my neck, it's almost like up into my collar here. Even if it was right here, that would be amazing. You know, don't expect a lot of other padding on here. You know, there's not a bunch of other money you need to spend to try to do like padding and cushioning. That's not what this pack, with this separate piece, is made for. It's just, hey, if you want to do like a quick ascent, just go a couple, 2 or 3 miles and do a quick hike. But a great concept and great idea with this pack. I love it. I think it's amazing.
So now as we flop open the top, we got the compression strap, so you can cinch it down. You could, again, stuff kind of crossways, maybe a jacket, something like that. You can disconnect that. Huge drawstring and mouth, love that aspect. So it's easy to get into the pack from the top. So we got tons of stuff in here. And again, 80 liters, it's ginormous. And something that you can also do, which is nice, is that they do have the attachment for your bladder. And then they do have the bladder sleeve down in here as well, so you can run a water bladder. The one thing to note is that it is not an ambidextrous hole for the hose. It's just on the right-hand side. Would have been nice, you know, just add a little feature, have it over here or have it ambidextrous in the center. It's not a buzzkill or anything. It's just a little quirk that I would like to see dual or the center. So as we look at the bottom of the pack, now it's top loading, but it's also bottom loading. What we have are compression straps or, you know, bedroll straps. You could do a larger tent, your, you know, foam bedroll, whatever down there. Then we have these dual YKK zippers, again, huge zippers. and this will run the entire length of the pack on the bottom. And so you can get into the bottom of the pack. You could put either your sleeping bag, shoes, whatever. It does have a false floor as well that either you can remove to kind of give a good dividing, or, you know, implement it. Either way is totally fine. But this, so you have basically top and bottom to get into the pack.
All right, everybody. As we kind of close this review today, you know, the one thing that I had that I would really like Mountainsmith to do is be able just to redesign the front of the 80 to be able to include the same kind of zipper that's on the Apex 60. And even, I know I had a previous Mountainsmith bag that doesn't even have a U-zipper. It just has a center zipper down the middle, so you're not trying to do an entire zipper piece. It's just to be able to get to the center contents. Because this is a really big bag, I like to leave it packed. So that's the only thing really that I really don't like about the pack, that I would just suggest Mountainsmith, you can do something like that. We would really appreciate it. We do love these bags though. And Aaron, your final wisdom about this review.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been backpacking for a few years now. We don't have quite the mileage that my dad has, and some of the reviews that he's done recently with the Mountainsmith, or before or after, depending on when we do it. But for large backpacks for overnighters that we have tested and reviewed, these are the most comfortable and the most durable that we've seen to date. And it's just really impressive in not only the comfortability, but durability and the options that they offer at a screaming price point. I mean, it's really hard to nitpick. I agree with Brian, you know, it'd be great to have some sort of ways that we could get access to like the middle of the pack, you know, because of how large it is, if we needed to for some reason. But other than that, that's the only critique that we can come up with. Other than that, fantastic 80-liter packs, and should definitely be on your list to consider if you're looking for those larger, higher sized and higher litered packs. So guys, as always, thank you so much for coming over, checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your thoughts. And as always, remember, stay equipped,
stay prepared,
and we'll see you out there.